Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The initiative to roll back Washington State's police pursuit law passed the legislature on Monday. The former manager of a Lake Chelan resort rental agency has pleaded guilty to charges of theft and money laundering. Our sunny, nice weather will continue through the week with rain returning this weekend. More coming up in your complete local weather forecast. One of the two men arrested in a major drug bust at the Wenatchee Red Lion Hotel has been indicted federally. 38-year-old Stephen Edward Graham of Wenatchee was charged by a grand jury 2 weeks ago with possessing fentanyl and methamphetamine with intent to deliver, plus a charge of unlawful firearm possession. Back in November, Graham and William Cody Swagger Larson were arrested for allegedly making multiple drug sales out of a rented room in the Wenatchee Hotel. Authorities referred Graham's case to U.S. District Court, where he faces potentially harsher penalties if convicted. The federal weapons charge alone could carry a sentence of up to 15 years in prison. The initiative to roll back Washington State's police pursuit law passed the legislature on Monday. Initiative 2113, led by conservative group Let's Go Washington, amends the police pursuit law to allow an officer to engage in a vehicular pursuit when there is a reasonable suspicion a person has violated the law. The Senate passed the initiative 77-20, and the House passed it 36-13. In 2021, the legislature passed reform laws that tightened restrictions on when police could engage in a pursuit, and in 2023, laws changed again to officers needing a reasonable suspicion a person committed certain serious crimes to initiate a pursuit. Initiative 2113 becomes law 90 days after this session ends and does not need to be signed by the governor. Chelan County's Public Defender Agency is changing locations. The Council for Defense of Chelan County employs 10 lawyers to represent defendants who can't afford an attorney of their own. The agency has been housed for decades at 115 North Chelan Avenue, a two-story brick building that dates to 1908. Chief Public Defender Jeremy Ford says attorneys and staff are working remotely while the agency gets ready to move to new office space at 303 South Mission. Ford told NCWLIFE News, among other advantages, the new location is much more accessible for clients with disabilities. The relocation should be complete within a few weeks. State Representative Alex Ybarra's energy bill, House Bill 1948, has unanimously passed through both the Washington House and Senate. The bill forces utility companies to measure their electricity usage according to the Energy Independence Act, an initiative to produce more renewable fuel without having a negative effect on energy investments. It also prohibits regular renewable energy from counting as part of energy customers' total usage. The 13th District Republican says this energy bill will help pave a more sustainable future for Washington. It's now awaiting signature from Governor Jay Inslee to become law. When we come back, the Chelan Douglas Health District will take the next steps tomorrow to hire a new chief administrator. And 70 Wenatchee Valley College students received over $188,000 in scholarships from the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation during winter quarter. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging in Adult Care has low-cost, in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging in Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
The Chelan Douglas Health District will take the next steps tomorrow to hire a new chief administrator. Luke Davies left the post at the end of February after 3 years on the job. The district's Board of Health will vote in a special meeting on Wednesday to set the salary and job description for Davies' eventual replacement. After that, the job offer will be officially posted. Kristen Hosey is currently acting as interim administrator for the two-county public health agency. The former manager of a Lake Chelan resort rental agency has pleaded guilty to charges of theft and money laundering. 39-year-old Dennis Jonathan Sullivan entered a plea in Chelan County Court Monday to 4 felonies for his mismanagement of Windermere Vacation Rentals, where he paid thousands of dollars to non-existent employees for work that was never performed. He was initially facing 10 felony charges but agreed to plead guilty to first-degree theft, money laundering, and attempting to lead organized crime. Sullivan remains free from jail on his own recognizance. Prosecutors as well as his attorneys are recommending a 4.5-year prison term when he's sentenced March 18th. 70 Wenatchee Valley College students received over $188,000 in scholarships from the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation during winter quarter. The average award was $2,400, and the scholarships were used to help cover expenses like tuition, books, and transportation. The foundation said winter quarter was the first time a rollover applications process was implemented. Students who applied in the fall but did not receive a scholarship or automatically considered for an award in the winter. In total, the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation awarded $690,000 to students, with more to come this spring. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we'll tell you how a Wenatchee High School graduate's photographs contribute to a University of Montana journalism magazine. Sunny with seasonably cool temperatures through the rest of the week. I'll have all the details coming up in your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents The Magic of Manson.
Spring is here at the Chelan Ridge Winery. Check out the all-new deck area, enjoy an amazing view, new vintage wines, and that down-home hospitality Chelan Ridge is famous for.
Wine Girl Wines is already famous for wine, beer, and great entertainment. And now they have added craft cocktails to the list of food and drink, so pop on by our Manson location for some good old-fashioned fun.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium health care for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
Check out clubcrowcashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
Every other year, the journalism program at the University of Montana produces Byline Magazine, a project written, edited, and photographed entirely by students. One of those students is Ava Roosevelt, a 21-year-old graduate of Wenatchee High School. Her photographs illustrate 3 articles in the most recent Byline. NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins spoke with Ava about this year's magazine, which focuses on the mental health challenges facing the people of Montana.
I think I saw that I could actually make a difference in the world. You know, I could tell people stories that needed to be told and inspire entire communities. And I think that's really where I fell in love with the journalism side of photography. I also love portraiture still, but I think I'm just a little more driven into, I really want to do international photography and reporting. And so I think I just found my love there.
Did you go into the field, into each story, working closely with a writer, or were you sort of finding your own way into the story?
Yeah, I worked very closely with writers. 2 of the stories I actually got assigned the week of. So that was definitely, you know, kind of a last minute switch, but I just had to kind of learn to roll with the punches. But it was amazing getting to work one-on-one with writers and sources. And one of our professors was actually Chris Johns, who is editor of National Geographic and was a photographer there for years. And so it was amazing to get to work one-on-one with him and really learn the ins and outs of the magazine world.
Sounds like a good mentor. And the stories that you're pursuing were about, again, mental health, the challenges that people face when they're just trying to access mental health. What do you think you learned from working on these projects? There was a range of topics just about the mental health care system in Montana generally, the suicide epidemic among the Chippewa Cree people, the life of a crisis line worker, somebody who tries to help people on the telephone. This is tough stuff. So what do you feel like you learned from doing this work?
I think I really learned that everywhere in America there's this issue. In every community you can find very similar stories, and that, you know, we really need to draw attention to it. And that's, you know, one of our jobs as journalists. And, you know, just that if this is happening to you, you're not alone, and that it's really a global issue at this point.
When you're working with people in any photojournalistic capacity, but especially on a sensitive issue related to themselves, their health, their families, it can be difficult to try and establish trust with people. So how did you get your subjects to trust you or accept you or be willing to cooperate when you were just trying to take their picture?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think one big thing is just spending the time with people, kind of opening up to them about things going on in your own life as well can make people feel more comfortable. On the Rocky Boy Reservation with the Chippewa Cree people, you know, we spent 5 days out there, and half of that was just hanging out with families, going to events. I got to participate in a ceremonial sweat, which was very eye-opening. And I think after doing those things, they could kind of open up to us and, you know, realize that we really are trying to help. And yeah, so I think the biggest thing is just time will bring the trust along with it.
How did you get into photography when you were young? Did it start with just, here's a phone camera, play with it? Did it start with somebody giving you an actual camera? You know, how did you move into the field?
Well, in 8th grade, my parents decided to pull me out of school for 2 months, and we got in a motorhome and we went all across the country. And one of the first things my dad gave me on that trip was a Nikon camera. And I just fell in love with photography. And in, you know, every new state, I would just document our trip and our travels. And me and my dad would actually have photo competitions to see who would get the best picture. And I think after that, you know, seeing that I could take an image of what I was seeing in my life and share it with my friends and family back at home, I really realized that photography is a way to tell a story. And I think that's what I fell in love with.
Time to take a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Tuesday. Wasn't it nice to see the sun? We did see it yesterday, but boy, nothing like today. A lot of that blue sky out there. A few of those darker clouds as we look back at the Wenatchee Valley from our Omi Gardens Sky-Fi Tower camera. But all in all, it was a nice one out there with light winds. Temperatures still below where we should be, but I don't think any complaints with temperatures in the mid-40s. And we're pretty much going to stay that way throughout the rest of this week and even into Friday. We'll see highs, I think, generally in the mid-40s for us here in North Central Washington, but it is going to be cool overnight. I'm sure you've noticed that over the last 2 nights. We're going to stay mainly into the 20s, and then as we move into the all-important Friday through Sunday time period, we will see increasing clouds on Friday, maybe a few spotty showers Saturday, a little bit better chance for showers on Sunday, and the big thing is we're going to warm up. We'll see high temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, even some low 50s. But if you're traveling over the mountain passes, winter travel could be possible with these storm systems moving in over the weekend. Temperatures still cool enough in the upper elevations to cause some slippery roadways, so be careful this weekend. Today's high temperature, 45 unofficially, 49 is where we should be now. That's our normal high. 61, our record set not that long ago in 2016. This morning we talked about the cool lows. It was another one today, 25 overnight. That's about 6 degrees below where we should be for a low at 31. Our record, 16 degrees, and that was set in 1976. Sunrise this morning, 6:32, and the sun sets tonight at 5:53. All right, we're 2 weeks away from spring, exactly 2 weeks away, and temperatures kind of looking that way. We'll see mid-40s, Moses Lake and Ephrata tomorrow, 45 in Quincy, about the same today or tomorrow as we saw today for Wenatchee, mid-40s, and that goes for our friends all the way up Highway 97, 42 in Leavenworth, and 40 your high temperature tomorrow for you folks in Lake Wenatchee. All right, taking a look at tonight, we do expect mostly clear skies. Here's that ridge of high pressure nosing into the Pacific Northwest. It'll make for some chilly overnight lows again with those mostly clear skies, lows mainly in the mid-20s. For your Wednesday, lots of sunshine once again, will remain mild. In fact, tomorrow almost identical to today with temperatures mainly in the mid-40s throughout our area. On Thursday, you can just see the beginning of that storm beginning to push down from the Gulf of Alaska, but sunny and warmer for Thursday. We're going to see highs in the mid to upper 40s, and look at the clear skies. Temperatures all up and down the West Coast on that trend upward as we get closer to spring. For Friday then, that's when we'll begin to see the increasing clouds as the frontal system from this storm begins to push in. It'll be mild still on Friday with high temperatures again in those mid to upper 40s. And then here is that storm system. It'll bring mostly cloudy skies our way, but notice the airflow coming up from the southwest. We're going to warm up a little bit, not so much Saturday with the showers mid 40s, but by the time we get into Sunday, mostly cloudy skies. We will see a 50% chance of rain. Here's our little trough of low pressure forming off the coast. But the good news, once again, high temperatures on Sunday, near 50 degrees. Monday, we will see another nice one with temperatures still warm. We'll see that storm system still off the Pacific coast. And look at the size of this thing by Monday. Only a 30% chance of rain, though, for Monday. Just a few showers. Most of those will be in western Washington. High temperatures, once again, just like Sunday, near 50 degrees. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. Overnight tonight, maybe the coldest night we've seen, 23 degrees, 44 sunny and light winds for Wednesday, sunny and nice on Thursday, and 46. And then we'll begin to see the increasing clouds from that trough of low pressure beginning to form. 47 Friday, and then a chance for showers Saturday right through Monday. 46 Saturday, but look at those highs Sunday and Monday, right near 50 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza. Boy, did the Seattle Kraken need a victory in a big way last night, and they got it. Jared McCann scoring a goal, also chipped in an assist. A big victory over Calgary last night in Calgary. The final was 4-2 for the Seattle Kraken, their 100th victory in franchise history.
Make the pass, force him to adjust a little bit, then the goaltender has to move as well, but you know what Yanni's trying to do there, make the pass at the last second, but Shillington credit there for taking away the passing lane.
Dunn tipped a shot, they score! Yanni Gourde in the right place at the right time. 15:56 left to go in the opening period. The Kraken off and running.
And I think it was Turbo that ended up redirecting this puck out in front of the net. But good, again, good low play. Get the puck back to the net. The quick little shot there. I think it's tipped by Turbo, and then it goes to Jan, and he buries it. And that's got to feel good, JT, for Yanni Gourde to get on the score sheet.
Popping out, Huberdeau. Deflecting wide, Kuzmenko's on it. Off the wall for Jonathan Huberdeau.
Need a clear here, need a clear.
Uyghur has a big shot. Huberdeau to the goal line, Kuzmenko. Kadri, what a save. Grubauer recovers back. They score! Andrei Kuzmenko tucks it behind Grubauer. We're tied at 1 here in Calgary. John, Edzo, JT, and Piper, supported by our great crew at the Saddle Dome. McCann, Bjorkstrand scores! Cue the maestro! Oliver Bjorkstrand set up beautifully by Jared McCann. 7:26 left in the second. 2-1 Seattle.
Into the corner. Watch the effort here. Jared McCann stops. Nose over the puck. He gets support from Bjorkstrand. Jaden Schwartz with support as well. And then Canner right out to Ollie. And he just buries it to the stick side. Win a foot race. Win a battle. Go from low to high. And the Kraken regain the lead, JT.
Kraken pregame presented by Coors Light kicks off at 4:30 from Winnipeg, Manitoba. We hope the sun is out. Now it's cleared in. Adam Larson, right as always on defense with Vince Dunn. Nazem Kadri is a pest on him, and now Jordan Eberle out through center. Eberle will clear it in. Sealing the wall, Beniers. Larson, he scores! Hey, hey, what do you say? Adam Larson, 21 seconds in, 3-1, Seattle.
Watch this. He gets the red line, he takes a hit, and now the Kraken can go to work. Strength in numbers, Matty finds Lars, and look at the smile on the big cat's face. He goes top shelf on Jacob Markstrom. And it's a huge 2-goal lead, JT, for the Kraken.
Well, that's exactly how you want to start the period. And
Osterley, Anderson, Pospisil off the pipe. Osterley in control. Kadri, and now Rasmus Anderson has him. Kadri. Anderson one more time. Kuzmenko scores! Andrei Kuzmenko lets it fly from well out. His second goal tonight. Calgary within one. Here come the Flames. Backlund, Mangiapane, and now Anderson broken up. McCann's away. Jared McCann breaks it alone on Markstrom. He scores! That's hockey, baby! Jared McCann with a shorthanded goal.
Unfortunately, he was on his backhand. But look at the read here by McCann. Takes it away from Anderson. Anderson falls. He's got a lot of time. A breakaway, shorthanded, and he goes top cheese on Markstrom. What a play, what a penalty kill, JT, by the Kraken.
A great effort tonight by the Seattle Kraken here in Calgary. Ryan Dumoulin takes it back. That's Kraken hockey, baby.
So where are we now? The Kraken are 7 points behind that last playoff spot with 21 games left to be played. Seattle takes on Winnipeg, a very good Winnipeg team. They're tied with Dallas for the Central Division lead. The puck drops at 5 o'clock tonight. Highlights tomorrow on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. The Seattle Mariners have won exactly one spring training game. One. Well, they can make it 3 today. They have a split squad game. The Mariners are going to stay, half the team anyway, are going to stay in Peoria and take on the Rangers at 12:10 this afternoon. Half the other team of the Mariners are heading to Goodyear to take on the Cleveland Guardians. Who knows? We'll have those scores, of course, tomorrow as well. Breaking Seattle Seahawk news, Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs, Will Dissly, all of them released. Frees up a lot of cap space, but it also frees up a lot of talent. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, it is year 2 of the Wenatchee Bighorns, but it's kind of year 1. We'll explain, and we'll talk to one of the new co-owners who has come in back to town to make the Wenatchee Bighorns a success. Sean Cooprider will be my guest on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.